Hey everybody, welcome back to Ukrainian Couple. And in this video I'm going to tell you guys why Russia isn't collapsing, why the front isn't moving, and why more countries around the world aren't supporting Ukraine, and they probably won't. So in this video, out of very, very cloudy Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I'm going to take a little walk around over here and tell you guys the answers to all these questions. So recently, if you've been watching my channel, you've seen that I've made this video about the attempted Wagner coup that's been going on in Russia, and a lot of people have been getting really riled up about it, and they've been rubbing their hands in excitement to see what's going to happen out of all of that. And I agree, I was too, and maybe I was a bit too optimistic in Ukraine's case, in Ukraine's favor out of the situation, but nevertheless, I mean, I think it struck everybody as very strange that Prigozhin's troops never really met any resistance as they were marching towards Moscow, and it's like 500 miles. It's a lot of ground to cover, and they've managed to do it with virtually no problem, right? The reality, I think, that most people forgot is that the structure of the Prigozhin's army is its meat and bones are really like the logistics, the financing, basically everything that he depends on. It basically relied on the state budget, all of that, really. Many of them were rank and file commanders in the actual Russian Ministry of Defense, or maybe not Ministry of Defense, but they were with the intelligence services or whatever. But anyway, they were all connected, right? It's one government structure. What I really think happened is that I think some people within that structure decided to switch sides. That's precisely what explains why Wagner had no resistance as they were going from city to city, and that's hundreds of miles, like I said. I mean, I guess the thing that surprised everybody is that there was nobody that came to the defense of Putin. So because there was no one in defense of Putin, it means that nobody has really confidence in him, and if nobody has confidence in him, it means that they think that he is weak. And I guess that only means one thing. I think it means that we can expect more of these sorts of things to happen again and again, maybe with less severity, but there's going to be people that are going to be looking to undermine Putin's authority from here on in. And in the meantime, we're seeing that the front line in Ukraine is being bogged down. I mean, I hope that Ukraine will, I think it's going to pull through. I really hope it's going to pull through, but we really don't know at this point what's going to happen. What's really telling is that what I've seen recently is that the Ukrainian president's advisor, Mikhailo Podolyak, said that the Ukrainian soldiers don't really have enough ammo. I mean, I really don't know why he's been saying this, right in the middle of his counteroffensive. Really makes no sense, in my opinion. I mean, I think it certainly won't help bringing countries that are on the fence and supporting Ukraine anywhere closer to the goal, anywhere closer to putting the weight behind it. And I mean, that's just me though. I think that the Ukrainian foreign ministry has to step it up. I mean, they've been doing a lot. I mean, I'm not denying that. They've been doing a lot, but they have to step it up a little bit more. I mean, what we see happening on the ground in these European countries is that their policy level support is kind of good, but the public support is somewhere else. The opinion polling in these countries tell you a different story. You have countries like Bulgaria, Serbia, the former Habsburg Empire, really, Turkey, the former Ottoman Empire. They're all lukewarm about Ukraine. I mean, why is that? Why are they lukewarm about it? Why aren't they stepping up to the plate the same way that the rest of the Western world is doing it? Well, I think there's some reasons for that. I mean, I think it has something to do with these countries being invigorated by the resurgence of great powers, perhaps. I mean, Poland and the Baltic states strongly oppose Russia to the fear of occupation. That makes sense. But France and Germany are driven by a completely different fear, and that fear is nuclear war. So as you can see, these fears don't quite align with each other. They're not the same, and that is probably what leads to all these fractured opinions. I mean, I'm not even talking about China, India, Africa, and South America, right? As former colonies of the West, to some degree or another, really, and the witnesses of the short stick of the Cold War, essentially, we know that these people are reluctant to side with the Western partners. But this position isn't due to the fact that these countries have an indifference to the atrocities happening in Ukraine. I mean, I think it comes really from a different place. It comes from their perspective and their experiences that they've had with the West. and basically their emotions and public opinion is being shaped by that. So in conclusion, I do think that the Ukraine foreign ministry, aside from going to Europe, Canada, Australia, United States, they should have better engaged with Latin America, Africa, Middle East, and Asia. And Ukrainian politicians should have been emphasizing that more, I think. They should have emphasized that shared understanding of colonization in what they're doing, right? In their trips. So, I mean, after all, it's precisely how Ukraine is suffering right now. And, you know, the West, I don't think would have reacted negatively to this approach. And but I don't think they would have opposed it, at least, right? So, anyway, I wish everybody the best, and I wish Ukraine the best. It's counteroffensive, and Slava Ukraini. I'll see you guys next time.